Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Luciano, and in this video I will not talk about martial arts or swords or this kind of stuff that I talk about in my channel. This video is about machetes. It's a response to the people making comments on the video of Matt Easton from Escola Gladiatoria. He was talking about the falchion, the sword, the broadsword used on Europe. And people start talking about machete. First, I am in Brazil, and the machete is a really common blade over here. We don't call the machete by this name. We call the machete facão. Facão means big knife, just like master used by Germans. This is what the machete is about. It's a large knife. This one is a 10-inch blade made by Tramontina. I do prefer to call this kind of blade as facão, but I will call it machete in this video to avoid getting confused with language between English and Brazilian Portuguese. So this is the Tramontina 10-inch facão, the Tramontina 10-inch machete. It's the smaller machete, and you can see it's as a big knife. It's smaller to a machete. Sometimes people call it facãozinho, which means little great knife. It's strange, but well. This one I modified, cut some part of the blade to make a clip point, and so it resembles bowie knife, and it had the ability to pierce material. And the bigger machete that I have is this 20-inch blade machete, also by Tramontina. The Tramontina, it's most common trademark here in Brazil. It's made here in Brazil, and it's very cheap. I paid for it something like 18 reais. It's around the same price I pay to get a sandwich on Subway. It's really cheap. Well, and you can find this kind of blade everywhere in Brazil. They are sold in all the places, even in cities. So it's a really common blade to have on a house in Brazil. So why do we have shorter machetes and longer machetes? The shorter machete, like I said, it's a big knife. It's a general use knife, so you will carry it on your belt while you are walking on the farm or going to a trail. So we choose the smaller machete when you're not planning to do any heavy cut or clean a wide area of bush. Longer machete is better when you're going to cut something really near the ground, so you don't have to bend your body too much to cut something that's really small. Or if you're going to cut sugar cane, for example, you cut it near the ground. So for this kind of task you use a longer machete. But the most common size to a machete is around 14-inch or 16-inch. So it's not very long like the 20-inch machete, and it's not shorter like the 10-inch blade. So this intermediary size machete is the most common choice for everyone who wants to buy a machete here in Brazil. It will do the same tasks as the long machete and also the shorter one with 10-inch blade. By the way, the tip of this machete was modified by me, and the original tip of the machete is like this, and it always comes blunt at the end of the tip. The thickness of the machete is the same all along the blade, and it's also the same for every size machete. All the Tramontina's machete are 1.5 millimeters thick.
Nem se compara, né? Isso aqui é muito mais grosso e aqui é muito mais fino, tá todo enferrujado. Vamos dar uma batida aqui de novo aqui para ver o resultado. Olha isso. Olha o facão. O facão tem uma marquinha aqui, mas é coisa boba mesmo, coisa que uma lima, qualquer tiozinho aí na roça aí afia esse facão de volta.
Maybe the person that will use this kind of blade will work with this blade all day long, maybe under the sun. So you will be cutting every day, maybe for your entire life if you are a farmer. Even when you are with your 60 years old, you will still working on your farm. So it can't be a heavy blade. It must be lighter so you don't get fatigued with work. Now about the sugarcane machete. This one I bought to modify it to do another thing with this blade. I don't intend to cut sugarcane. It was used on sugarcane farms on Brazil during a very long time on Brazilian history, and people tend to look at this and think that it's a heavy cutter, and people think that the blade is thicker, but in fact it's even thinner than the bush machete. This one is 1.3 millimeters. It's thinner. It's just a little heavier than the bush machete because the sugarcane machete is wider on the blade, and it's wider also because it's a tool. It will cut sugarcane every day during an entire life, and so you will sharpen this blade many times. Maybe people who work with this kind of blade will sharpen it every day on the morning, or maybe sharpen it on the morning and again on the midday, and so on. And it also tends to have a longer handle, so this way you can grab the machete over here and cut the sugarcane near the ground. Well, now about the real heavy cutter used here in Brazil that you abroad don't know. So first, if you're thinking about to cut a larger tree, you will use an axe. We have axes in Brazil. We cut trees. The Amazon is there. People are cutting trees on the Amazon every day, and they can use axes, they can use chainsaws, and the axe it's a common tool also here in Brazil. So when you need to cut a tree, you can use an axe, but sometimes we want to cut just the branches of the tree. And for these tasks of cutting branches of trees, we have this beast. This is called foice. Foice is the Portuguese word for scythe. This blade is used on a wooden pole, and this blade is really thicker. It's around, let me see, 5 millimeters on the base, and something around 2.9 millimeters near the curve. So here, just for comparison, you can see the difference of the thickness of the blades of the machete and the blade of the foice. So people, when talking about machetes, the bush machete is a big knife for general use. The sugarcane machete is lighter because you don't want to fatigue yourself when you are paid for how much you work all day long. And when we need to clear a large area of bush or to cut thicker branches of trees, we use the foice. This is the real heavy cutter from Brazil. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to ask any questions, please leave it on the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later.